back here again with another collection video, and this time I'm going to be showing my Pearl Jam records. Pearl Jam, definitely one of my favorite bands. They're definitely up there. I've really always enjoyed listening to Pearl Jam, and some of their albums are definitely really difficult to find and collect for. I wish some of the later ones would get reissued, but I do have a decent amount of Pearl Jam albums. I don't have all of them, but I do have a decent amount, so I'm going to start showing them off and let's get right into it. The first album I'm going to show, of course, is their first album, 10. This is an original 1991 copy, and I think the original U.S. copies actually came out. I always heard it came out sometime in like 94. I'm not entirely sure about that. So this could actually be a 94 copy. Not entirely sure, but I mean, just a solid album, a solid debut album from Pearl Jam. Every single song on here is just fantastic, and I mean, as a Pearl Jam fan, most of their albums, most of their songs I can definitely listen to, but this one, just every single song on here, Once, Even Flow, Alive, Why Go Black, Jeremy, Oceans, Porch, Garden Deep, Release, I mean, just all of them, just classic Pearl Jam songs, for sure. And of course, I own the Pearl Jam 10 reissue that they came out with a couple years ago. It has the original mix and the remix on here, which is one of the reasons to get this album, because the second LP is the remaster remix, and it doesn't sound too bad. I honestly prefer the original, probably just because that's what I'm used to. And then the next album that I'm going to show, I have two original copies actually of Versus, both original copies. One of them was an upgrade copy. I got one, and then I found another one. I have price books later on. It was in a little bit better shape. And Versus and Vitalogy, really, finding original ones of those ones are not really too difficult, in my opinion. Those are the ones that I've came across the most, just out in the open. And speaking of Vitalogy, I do have an original copy of Vitalogy, and I do have the reissue, which I really like the packaging on the reissue, but in my opinion the original one actually sounds a lot better. But I do like on the reissue that they put it on two different discs instead of just cramming it all into one like the original one does. But I think the original one does sound a little bit better. But I do like the packaging on the reissue a little bit better. It's kind of just a little bit nicer. Then of course the next one I have, which is one that I actually picked up a couple months ago now, and this is my favorite Pearl Jam album, and I'm super glad to have it, and it's No Code. Absolutely love No Code. It's just a great album. This is one that was on my want list for years, and I was finally able to get it. I love this album. It's just so great. I mean, every single song on here is just awesome. I love the packaging. It actually folds out into like 4 panels, and it has all the Polaroids pictures with it, which I actually show a closer look at it on my Vinyl Finds video when I actually showed this album. Don't really, just due to time constraints, it might take a while to actually show that here, but just a great album from Pearl Jam. And then another one that I was really lucky to actually be able to get it for a pretty cheap price is Pearl Jam Yield. And as you can see, it is missing the insert, which kind of sucks because of the die-cut cover. It kind of looks silly with the Yield sign just kind of missing, but it does still have the Yield sticker, as you can see right there. Again, just another solid album from Pearl Jam. This one came out in 1998. Given the Fly, just a great song. Do the Evolution. Again, just one of those albums that I literally just love start to finish. Just a great album from Pearl Jam. And then I'm missing Daniel. I'm listening Riot Act and the one with the avocado on the front. I'm missing all those ones. I've actually seen Riot Act and the one with the avocado, the self-titled one, at Luna Music. Last year I saw it a couple of times when I went in there, and they wanted $250 a piece for them, and I just couldn't honestly afford to buy albums that are that expensive, and even if I could, I still think I would be able to actually make myself purchase that price. But I do also have, of course, Backspacer, which is another really solid album. Really like the song "The Fixer" on here. It's probably my favorite song off this album, and just love the cover as well. It's just a really nice cover. And of course, I have their last album that came out back near the end of 2013, Lightning Bolt. And not too bad of an album, not my favorite album from Pearl Jam. There's definitely a lot of songs on here that I enjoy, but as an album altogether, I think it's probably one of my least favorite Pearl Jam albums. But there's definitely some pretty good songs on here, and again, Pearl Jam always does a great job with the artwork. The artwork on this album is really cool. But definitely looking forward to them having some more releases. I've been hearing rumors that they could be coming out with an album this year. But I do also have a couple Pearl Jam related 45s. I have the one that came out on Record Store Day. It's I think like 2011 or 12. It's got Pearl Jam doing Immortality on side A and the Frogs doing the Pearl Jam song Rearview Mirror on side B, which is definitely a cool to hear that different version. And then I also do have the Pearl Jam 2 7-inch set of History Never Repeats. It has like 4 songs on it. I really like the artwork for this one too, with the action figures. That just has 4 songs on it. It has History Never Repeats, Sonic Reducer, Swallow My Pride, and My Way. And that's just kind of a cool set to have. And then I also do have a couple of Pearl Jam related albums to show. Of course, I have Green River, Rehab Doll, which featured obviously a lot of the members of Pearl Jam before Pearl Jam. Just a great album as well. It has Mark Arm on vocals from Mudhoney. Just a really cool album to have. And then, of course, this is actually a bootleg copy of Rotten Apple from Mother Love Bone. And again, just a lot of the guys, pretty much Pearl Jam before Pearl Jam. Just a kind of a cool album. This one is actually on this like white marble looking vinyl. But that is all the Pearl Jam albums and Pearl Jam related albums I have. Thanks again, guys, for watching. I hope to have another video up soon. Hopefully another Vinyl Finds video soon. But anyway, I love Pearl Jam. Definitely give them